I absolutely despise conclusive based words like failure and loser because these words they feel conclusive. Funny, I know. But when people say to themselves, I'm a loser or I'm a failure, then you talk down on yourself for no reason really, because you might have failed in something or you might have lost in something. But does that mean that you should classify yourself as a loser or a failure? No, because that would mean and actually tell yourself basically that you will never change. I'm a failure, which means that you only fail. Or I am a loser, I only lose. And this way of thinking not only makes it more difficult for you to win in the future and for you to not be a loser, but it also just talks down on yourself for no reason. Because most of these people who call themselves a loser, a failure, whatever, these people are young. Or even if they aren't young, you still have so much of life to enjoy and live, and yet you are here, you know, telling other people or telling yourself, which is the worst of all, in my opinion, I am a failure, I am a loser, when in reality, you are being too harsh on yourself. And this might be an indicator of like depression or something, that you think like that you're the biggest, most worthless piece of shit. And this is sad. I feel bad for you because I used to be in your shoes as well. But how I found out that you can actually stop this mindset, in my opinion, is simply because of the fact that you need to have a goal in life in general, in my opinion, where you can keep moving forward with your goal. Like exercise, like starting just anything really. A goal that keeps going further and that keeps expanding upon the goal you have already reached makes you not only feel like less of a loser or a failure, but it also makes it easier for you to achieve the goal in the first place because instead of going, let's say, from point A to point B, you went from point A to point B, yes, but in a way of point A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. And in this way, you put more importance into the process of achieving the goal, but also just in general, you feel like the small wins actually matter to you and to everybody around you because you're going to be more positive once you start to accept the fact that the small wins are also wins. Because at the end of the day, who do you have something to prove to? Your parents, maybe? Yeah, that's true. Maybe your parents, your family in general. But in reality, who are you living life for? It's you. And if you just aren't happy with yourself, then that's really sad. And in my opinion, in general, stop thinking of yourself as a loser or a failure because that's not what you are. You have just failed in the present and you have lost in the present. But does that mean that you need to let it dictate your entire future? If it's up to me, no. I say no. And I don't think you should either. Goodbye.